Tomi and welcome back to my channel. Today we are starting a new mini-series, possibly, depending on how you guys enjoy it. So, a couple of weeks ago I got recommended a video and it was called If Disney Princesses Were Pokemon Trainers. And basically the person went through and talked about who they believed would be in each Disney character's party as far as like the 6 main Pokemon that trainers are allowed to carry around. And I thought that would be so fun to carry over into The Sims because then I can fully design a Disney character. We're gonna go full Maxis match with this as much as possible because I have I'd love an excuse to do some Disney characters in Maxis match, seeing that I've already done so many of them. I can do them again. We can do Maxis match. It's a little bit of a modern take on some of the Disney characters, which is also a series that I've been meaning to do for a while, and I get to pick the 6 Pokemon that I believe that character would be carrying around if you put them in the Pokemon universe. So we're going to go through and talk about the 6 Pokemon that I predominantly picked. Keep in mind that that's pretty much what we're going to talk about for this video. I did try to obviously just do a modern version of Ariel. She's my favorite Disney princess, and she is obviously my first choice of who I'm going to start with. So if you'd like me to turn this into a challenge, let me know. I can do like some rules up and post it on Twitter and everybody can try this challenge if they'd like to. But yeah, let me know how you feel about it in general because we can make this into more of a series. We don't have to just do Disney princesses. We can literally do all sorts of characters. It does not, male or female. I want to do Eric. I want to do Meg. So many. So let me know what you think of this series. And let's get into the 6 Pokemon that I would pick for Trainer Ariel. So obviously, Ariel would be a predominantly water Pokemon trainer. So I have picked a lot of water Pokemon, if not all completely water Pokemon. And the first one that I have picked is Primarina. So I'm not super familiar with Pokemon past Gen 4 at all, but I didn't exclude any of them. So if I pronounce names incorrectly or not the way that you would, I'm sorry, but I'm super new to some of these Pokemon and I don't know like tons about them. But when I Googled mermaid Pokemon, Primarina was the first one to come up. It has this very seal-like look to it and mermaid look to it as well, and I felt like it just made absolute sense that Ariel would have a Pokemon as pretty and as mermaid-like as that. So then I decided I wanted to do something that was based after Flounder. So we have a couple of different options, but ultimately I decided on a shiny Magikarp because Magikarp, obviously, kind of like Flounder, they're a little bit goofy. They don't really, you know, goofy. We'll go with goofy. And Magikarp in its shiny form comes in a yellow color. So that makes so much sense because Flounder is obviously yellow. And when it transforms into a shiny Gyarados, it would be this beautiful, gigantic red dragon, water dragon that pairs so well with Ariel and her beautiful red hair. Moving on to Clamperl, that obviously is like another easy choice. Mermaids are often depicted as coming out of clamshells or sleeping in clamshells. So it made so much sense to pick the one Pokemon that was a clam and has a beautiful pearl right in the middle. And then, of course, I wanted to have one that was based after Sebastian. So we had, again, a couple of different options, and when I've seen other people do this, a lot of them picked Krabby, but I actually disagree. I think that the obvious choice is Crawdaunt, and I hope I'm saying that correctly, but it's the final form of its evolution line. It's red in the same color, and I think it's more wise, kind of like how Sebastian is. And that's his character in general, is just to be like a wiser, older type of crab. And I feel like Krabby is, again, a little bit too goofy and off base to use characteristically. So I'm going with Crawdaunt. Then we are moving on to Caldeo. So again, hope I'm saying that correctly, but I picked this one for a couple of different reasons. This is a water fighting Pokemon, and I think that that's a very strange and interesting combination. It reminded me of the combination between water and land, and I was really, really interested in finding a Pokemon that could represent both water and land because Ariel does go through this complex in the movie where she is a water-dwelling creature that wants so desperately to be on land. And there is also the scene where her and Eric are riding in the carriage and she is commanding the horses. And so Caldeo being a horse type of Pokemon, water, land, all at the same time, I feel like it makes so much sense. And then to top it all off, it has this beautiful reddish, orangish mane, which again reminded me of Ariel so much. And I love that Pokemon. I think it's a great choice. And then the last one that I decided to go with was a really tough choice. And I tossed between a couple of different ones, but ultimately I've decided on Starmie. So Starmie is a Gen 1 Pokemon. I am a huge fan of Gen 1. It's beautiful. It's elegant. It's got a bright red gem right in the middle, which reminds me of Ariel so much. And then the accent color, or the predominant color of Starmie, is obviously purple, which a lot of people also associate with Ariel as well. It's a sea creature and there's lots of starfish under the sea. It's shiny and unique and reminded me of the fact that Ariel often collects objects and she is so interested in things that are pretty. And it just seems like she would take one look at Starmie and think right away, this is definitely the Pokemon for me. So those are the 6 that I chose for her, and I really, really love them. I already have lists written out for some of the other characters that I'm interested in doing, but of course I want your guys' feedback. Let me know what you think of this series. The outfit overall, since we have a little bit of time, I wanted her to have her corresponding colors, obviously red, purple, green. I got really lucky this time around that somebody has done a Maxis Match modern Ariel line. So there was lots of jewelry with shells and stars and mermaid type of stuff, and almost everything in this pack is from that. And I wanted to pair it with like fishnet stockings, obviously the fish tie-in, and make her look overall like a Pokemon trainer that would come from like a water Pokemon trainer. She's wearing a very summery looking outfit, and that is why I toyed back and forth with like shorts and stuff like that, trying to base her maybe off of Misty. But that is what I decided on. She is available for download on the gallery under my origin ID, The Alleged Simmer. Again, let me know if you'd like me to make this into a challenge, or list below which 6 would you choose for Ariel as a Pokemon trainer. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that little bell icon below to turn on post notifications so you can get updated every single time I post, and I will talk to you all in the next one.